Hello, everyone, and welcome to UAS Magazine's bi-weekly podcast. I'm your host, Dayna Bastian. Today, I am excited to chat with a longtime industry veteran. She has more than 20 years of experience developing, incubating, and commercializing new technologies. She has raised more than $500 million in capital to launch new products and services within global markets. She was also appointed to a state economic development board by the governor of North Dakota and is currently serving as chair of the Research Institute for Autonomous Systems at the University of North Dakota. Today's special guest is Terri Zimmerman. Not only is she CEO of one company, but two, Packet Digital and Botlink. Welcome, Terri. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Dayna. I'm excited to be part of your podcast today.
Thank you. In just a minute, we're going to talk about Botlink's recently launched product, the XRD2. But first, Terri, I kind of wanted to go back to something mentioned in your biography. You have had a lot of experience bringing new technologies to commercialization. Can you give us a little more information on your background and work that your teams are doing for the UAS industry?
Sure, Dayna. First of all, I want to say I'm just super grateful to be working in this new emerging industry. Sometimes it doesn't seem new. It seems like we're cutting teeth on new ideas all the time in the unmanned space. I also feel very grateful to work with an amazing team of engineers at Packet Digital and Botlink. As far as my background, I started out my career as a senior manager at Deloitte & Touche, and I was a C-level executive at Great Plains Software, which is now the Microsoft campus in Fargo. I worked at a networking company in Minneapolis and at another engineering hardware firm. So my background is really in software, networking, and hardware. So it really prepared me to be the CEO at Packet Digital and Botlink. Packet Digital has been around for a little while. It was founded in 2003 with a focus on power management. I became the CEO at Packet in 2014. And at that time, we started focusing our energy towards power management in the area of electrification, such as drones. And many of our technology partners at that time were interested in beyond line of sight flights. So I partnered with some experts from the Air National Guard in 2015, and we co-founded Botlink. So we have two teams, Packet Digital and Botlink. We've been working together on this vision to enable limitless flight.
Great. So quick question, what is limitless flight?
Well, Dayna, it's probably exactly what you're thinking right now. So, as drone operators and businesses that have use cases for drones, we all really want to be able to safely and legally fly as far as we want, wherever it's legal, of course, and for as long as we need to accomplish our mission. So delivering on this mission has really been at the forefront of Botlink from the very beginning. So we developed the XRD that you mentioned earlier, and that's an onboard mobile device that tracks your drone anywhere in the world. But to deliver on this vision of limitless flight, from our perspective, we really felt like there were three components to strategy, and that was advances in beyond visual line of sight for command and control, really at Botlink and across the entire industry, and power and endurance, and last but certainly not least, policy.
Great. Yeah, I think those are three really big things right now in the industry to keep us going forward and to your vision of limitless flight. I absolutely love that term. I don't mean to stop the chat about limitless flight, but I do want to get back to the chat about XRD2. Terri, you are going to be giving a presentation at the UAS Summit and Expo October 4th through the 5th in Grand Forks, North Dakota, titled Developing UAS Battery Technology to Meet Complex Operations. Can you give our listeners a little sneak peek into what they may learn from the presentation?
First of all, I just want to say thank you for inviting me to present at the Expo. Our team was exhibiting last year and presenting, and it was just a fantastic event for both our technology and our sales team. Made great traffic in the booth. I loved the setup you had last year. We had the governor and 2 senators in our booth, and the company attendance to the summit was really serious companies in the industry. So we made connections that resulted in technology partnerships and sales opportunities. So it was really a great opportunity. I'm really looking forward to this upcoming year, and there's a lot happening in North Dakota. North Dakota is really building an impressive ecosystem around uncrewed aircraft. What's happening with the Northern Plains test site and the investments in North Dakota around Vantis and the multi-million-dollar Beyond Visual Line of Sight network. I just think the expo is going to be really exciting this year. I'm really looking forward to it and grateful to be part of it with presenting. So my topic is going to be technologies for complex environments. And so what I'm going to be talking about is probably what everybody's interested in, and that is how to unlock explosive growth in our industry. And of course, something that everybody wants, and that's more power. So all of our customers are talking to us about they want longer flights, they want to carry more payloads, they want to operate in the air, and they want to operate reliably. And many of them are talking to us about wanting U.S.-made solutions. So what I'm going to be talking about the expo is I'm going to be giving some case studies about some customers that have come to us and how they sort of define their requirements, and then how we build solutions around those requirements. So really looking forward to the show, looking forward to the talk, but also looking forward to the interaction at the show.
Great. Yeah, we are really excited to have you and your team back. And listen, I'm really excited to listen to your presentation, first of all. Once I was reading your abstract, I was like, this is really interesting. So I'm excited to hear it, and I'm excited to have our attendees learn from you as well. So Terri, how does the XRD2 fit into attaining limitless flight?
Well, really, when we started Botlink, it was really around beyond visual line of sight and about enabling beyond visual line of sight. And we were working with a lot of government customers early on, and came up with this idea to create an onboard mobile device. And we've recently launched the 2nd generation of this innovative technology, and actually just we won an award for the innovativeness enabling technology around the XRD. But I'm excited about the launch of the product in the future for our company around this. It's a command and control hardware and software solution. It enables drone control from anywhere in the world via cellular networks. So you could be sitting up in Grand Forks and flying your drone in Fargo. So basically, it's a black box for drones that connects to the autopilot, camera, and peripherals, and it has processing on board. So it's an enabling component for limited flight by using carrier-approved LTE components for airborne operations. So we started selling this, as I mentioned, we started selling the XRD worldwide in 2016. And as far as I know, I believe it was the first LTE-based solution ever delivered. Our first customer was NASA, and I think we met NASA up in Grand Forks, maybe even at the expo in 2016. And so they were our first customer, and they did a lot of work demonstrating the capability of the cellular solution, and that kind of launched us into worldwide sales and really working with innovators across the globe with delivering this technology. And our customers started coming to us and said, we really love this product, but we really want to have live video streaming. So we embarked upon this next generation, and we integrated onboard video processing. So it processes the video on board and sends it to the pilot. So you don't have to wait for the drone to land, so you get real-time video stream. And some of our customers are interested in, they want to have flexibility with that video, so they can conserve data to dynamically adjust the video as they need or want. So basically, the XRD2 is bringing a more reliable command and control solution. All the data is fully encrypted end to end, and it has built-in authentication. So it has a focus on enhanced security as well. So we really listen to our customers through working with XRD1, and excited to have launched XRD2 in June. So coming up to the expo, will be fun to have a new product in our booth.
Yeah, I know our team is excited to see the XRD2 in your booth as well. And I know that you mentioned a little bit that the XRD1 did hit that international market. So where do you see this market going for the XRD2?
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll see some of the same. The interesting thing is, as we talk to our customers, if you look to the innovators in the industry, like almost all of the companies, I believe all the companies that are doing type certification with drones have some sort of LTE strategy. As we look to our skies today, what is there, probably like 10,000 airplanes flying across the United States at any given time? And sometime soon, there's going to be that many or 10 times that many drones flying above any city. So, what's the one infrastructure that is in place today that is available to support that kind of volume? It's LTE. And so that's why a lot of these innovators are really looking towards LTE. So I believe that in our very near future, it will actually be uncommon if a drone isn't connected using a cellular network. I think it's going to be pervasive. So it's built-in reliability of cellular connection and the existing infrastructures that really make this the clear choice. So we'll continue to sell this worldwide, and we're continuing to see expanding markets internationally. But we also are working with many branches of the government as well. So really excited. And we're actually working with a lot of the cellular companies too. So I'm excited about the new XRD2 and some of the new customers we're bringing on in this space.
Yeah, I think that is a really great segue into my next question as well. With LTE, you need a lot of power. So how does that power fit into limitless flight?
Yeah, I mean, power is something that, we've been working on for a long time at the parent company, Packet Digital. So as I mentioned earlier, Packet Digital is an engineering firm that started around 2003, and its focus was always on power management. And in 2014, we kind of made a shift towards drones, and really have seen that just sort of take off. We've been rapidly increasing the size of our team. We bought a new facility last year, which I'm not sure if you know, but I'd love to have you come down and check us out here, our new building. But our demand has been growing that we're actually starting to look for a second building now to expand our production facility because of the huge demand for our high energy density smart batteries. So today, most of the drones that are flying are electric power. So they're really looking for, a lot of our customers are looking for ways to extend flight to meet the demands of the mission, especially with, the Beyond program and people thinking towards beyond line of sight and potentially package delivery. And so people are looking for a lot of factors in batteries, like weight, battery cycle times, in-flight charging, higher energy density cells, battery management systems, faster charging. So there's many aspects that go into the limitless flight vision that we need to work with our customers. But, really it's about sitting down with the customer and really understanding what are their power requirements and what are all the requirements around those factors that I just mentioned, and then defining the right solution for them. As I sort of think about limitless flight and the potential, I think one of our biggest successes that we had around this was we worked with the Operational Energy Office of the Pentagon after we achieved a day shift flight with the Naval Research Lab and the U.S. Marine Corps. The Operational Energy Office came and challenged us to see if we could achieve multi-day flight. And with that power solution, they do allow us to say we achieved multi-day continuous flight on that program. There were some very specialized parameters we needed to meet as far as their requirements, but that was a very successful program, and it's really helped launch us into a number of commercial opportunities as well. But extending power is definitely a game changer for limitless flight.
That is awesome. And the fact that, you're getting to the point where you have to expand into a second location, I think is really awesome. And I will be down in Fargo in a couple of weeks, so maybe I will have to stop on by and see your new location. That would be great to see. So kind of getting back into that, that growth that you're seeing with Packet Digital, what do you think is driving the big increase in interest in Packet Digital's batteries?
I think there's a couple of factors, but probably the most important driver for us is word of mouth from our customers. We had great success on some of these government programs early on that I just mentioned, and I think that the word of mouth has been sort of a testament to our team that we built here and the products that we built and their commitment to the customers. The drone industry isn't really like a massive industry, so reputation really matters. Our company motto here is delivering on excellence. I feel our team lives and breathes that. We have a reputation of being a good development partner who understands customer requirements. But some of the factors around our product, we have delivered improved and increased performance with increased energy with our batteries. We've also improved cycle life, so the batteries are lasting longer. In some cases, 10x. So 10 times what they were currently having in terms of cycle life with their previous battery manufacturers. So the drone manufacturers and innovators, a lot of them that have complex operations are really coming to us asking for enhanced safety. So what they really want is they really want data off the batteries. So what we're providing are smart batteries that give them the important information about the batteries so that they can make informed decisions about their flight in real time. And also we've developed software that tracks the fleet of batteries. So, if you're an operator and you have 10 drones, you have 4 or 10 times that many batteries. So when you go out on an important mission, you want to be able to make sure you're taking batteries with you that are good batteries. And so our software will track your entire fleet of batteries, tells you when it's time to retire a battery, and what batteries make sense for your mission. So essentially, we provide improved performance and a better investment with our extended cycle life.
Wow, like 10 times. I would love that for my phone. That would be great, right? And what type of drone manufacturers are you currently building those smart batteries for?
So we work with many large drone manufacturers. Many of our contracts are confidential. We have done a joint press release with Lockheed Martin regarding our battery development for the Lockheed Martin Indigo 4. We do have another press release coming soon with another large drone manufacturer, so we're excited about that. But we're developing solutions for the Air Force, Navy, OSD. We also have kind of another cool battery solution that we're working on. I kind of call it around here our James Bond-like drone. It actually flies in the air for 1 hour, and then it submerges underwater and becomes a submarine for 6 months. So it really starts out at high power and then changes to a low power state. So that's kind of a fun and exciting project. And you probably also saw in the news that we're building some power systems for the next generation space vehicles for the Air Force and their suppliers. So we have some pretty cool and interesting projects happening here. And we're definitely looking for more team members to work on some of these fun projects and on these working with some innovative customers.
That's really exciting. I'm really intrigued by that. The James Bond drone. It kind of reminds me. It's like the duck boat of the future. Like that's such a cool thing. Dual use for sure. And, kind of getting back, Terri, to that limitless flight, you've mentioned beyond visual line of sight. You've mentioned power. How does policy fit into the mix, or what policies do you believe need to be implemented so that we can get to that true limitless flight?
Yeah, I really have always believed that, policy is an important part, that, companies can't just focus on great technologies. They focus on helping to advance the industry as a whole. I'm part of the support the Research Institute of Autonomous Systems at UND and the work they're doing, and they've always been very focused on policy as well. At Botlink, we kind of have identified what do we think the gating factors to this industry and what's going to unlock the industry in terms of policies that are required. So we always have had that list of items. And like one of the things a couple of years ago was operations over people. And, we partnered with the SMART team at the Northern Plains Test Site and CNN, and we worked with the FAA. We got the first waiver for sustained operations over people, and we flew in restricted airspace. And that required focus on, safety risk assessments, testing, and really working in constant collaboration weekly with the FAA on multiple policies. And all of that work that we did and invested into that really unlock the potential for these new regulations that are coming out that are going to enable the industry to do operations over people. As a company, we also have supported LAND, which enables companies to get immediate access to restricted airspace. I believe we were one of the first, and maybe still one of the only, mission planning solutions that's LANS authorized. We continually go through the LANS onboarding process every year. And sort of that next big thing now, of course, is beyond visual line of sight with the FAA Beyond program. And, there's a lot happening up in Grand Forks with the Northern Plains Test Site and their investment into the Vantage program. And, Botlink is just super excited to be part of supporting that and helping in any way we can. But I think, we're going to see a lot of policy being driven out of what's happening with the Beyond program and what organizations like the Northern Plains Test Site are doing to sort of change the industry and open up the potential for beyond visual line of sight. I think that's really something that's going to unlock the future of some of these use cases that businesses are striving for.
That is just a fantastic answer. I'm really excited to see where the future is from a policy standpoint, from the innovation standpoint. I think the UAS industry is very unique and has so much potential. So I'm excited to see what the future holds. We are nearing our end of our time here today. Terri, I really want to thank you for your time today. We appreciate you joining us, sharing your journey, your passion, your vision with our listeners. We are looking forward to having you speak at the UAS Summit and Expo October 4th through the 5th in Grand Forks, North Dakota. One final but a little fun question. As a North Dakota resident, there's quite a few people from the summit that attend that are not from here. What is one restaurant you recommend attendees of the UAS Summit and Expo try while they are in town?
Dayna, well, as someone who's up in Grand Forks quite a bit, it's really tough to name just one restaurant, but you gotta love Skies for the great drinks and entrees. I love the salmon there. But I also really love Toasted Frog's fried pickles. So I think if people are coming from town, they should try the fried pickles at Toasted Frog. But if you're out at a late party, and I always like to stop at the Red Pepper if it's really late at night.
Yes, that is a staple in Grand Forks. It is cheap. It is delicious. So I definitely am with you on that one. And you cannot beat the fried pickles at the Toasted Frog. So great. Well, thanks again for your time today, Terri. We love having you on, and we look forward to seeing you in October.
Awesome. Thanks, Dayna. Looking forward to it.
Great. And to our listeners, Until next time.